gonna click start, and we're just gonna get along with it because there's so much I have to talk. I don't even know like um I mean I just don't know where to start. Like I don't know who to roast first. Like I don't know who to praise first. Like I don't know. I mean, what are we feeling? Like just give me a company name. Go, and then we'll just go with them first.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Apple.
We're not gonna save the big guns for last. Okay. Well, you know what? Let me not even call Apple the big guns right now because they didn't really like. What did they really come out with? Like let's be honest. Like okay,
All
now
right,
I feel
they
like
may.
no. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
I would say I feel like all they did this year was probably make a piece of cardboard with glass and then try to make it as cool as they can, but really it has a little sun burning problem at the same time. That's it. So they just made a piece of cardboard with glass and try to make it more fancy.
Dang, this man called the iPhone a piece of cardboard with glass. Guys, like this Brandon is not holding back any punches, y'all. I'm just saying this for real because uh I saw the memes on Twitter, bro. I'm still calling it Twitter. I saw the memes on Twitter and it was like the iPhone the iPhone 11, the iPhone 12, the iPhone 13, the iPhone 14. And it was just like the same phone, just like photoshopped like 5 times next to each other. And I'm like, bro, it's kind of facts. High key.
Hmm.
I know everyone's making the argument. Oh well, guys, you know it's incremental change, and over time, like if you compare an iPhone 11, bro, I think it was either Marquez or Brian Tong, one of the two. They were like, if you compare the iPhone 11 to the iPhone 15, the difference is so massive. Like, we shouldn't be comparing this year's phone to the last year's phone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, no. Um, so yeah, like the argument now is that yes, this 4-year old phone is worse than the phone that just came out. Yeah. Yes. I agree. um yeah. So I don't know. I'll just summarize what happened. I mean,
Go ahead.
uh basically Apple came out with new phones. They came up with a new Apple Watch. They announced that they were adding more iCloud storage tiers, which is great because iCloud storage is a scam. So like, that's just more money for them. Um, and then that's pretty much it in terms of like the main stuff. The watch stuff I don't really care about because I don't have an Apple Watch and I don't.
Same here.
So, but I'm gonna just say this. I sound very negative right now, but in all honesty, we can go back and listen to my Mickey Mouse checklist on the channel that I put from the first Good Day to Tech Hard. We can go back to my Mickey Mouse checklist, bro. And I literally said 3 things. All Apple needs to do is add 120 hertz to their phones. They need to get rid of the notch, and they need to add USB-C. And they've done all 3 of those things now. So at this point, I'd be really confident to get an iPhone 15 and just keep that for like the next 5 years. I'd be chilling, you know.
It's
So that's how I feel about it. Like, there's no need to get defensive over like it being an incremental upgrade. Yes, like it's incremental. Yes, because they don't really have anything else to add to this form factor. So like, they're gonna charge you it like again the same amount as last year for basically the same phone with minor upgrades. It's not great, but at this point
but it's something.
it's something. And really that just begs the question for me, when is Apple going to start making foldables, bro? Cuz Y'all have already done all you can do really with like the current technology that's available with the normal smartphone. So when y'all gonna make foldables? That's what I want to know. Um,
Mm.
but that's my opinion on it. That's my opinion on Apple. Um, I think the new phones are dope. I think the titanium frame is dope. Um, I think like the camera improvements are great. Um, I think like the iPhone 15, the base iPhone 15 is a really really good value because
Yes.
the only thing you don't get is promotion and
The action
the
button.
action button. That's it. Um, the action button is really cool. Um, like I said, Apple is doing more and more Android like stuff, like a programmable button that does whatever you want. Like that's such an Android thing, right? Like so, which I like. Like the more stuff Apple copies from Android, the better. Um,
Yes.
because Android is a superior operating system. I'm sorry if you guys don't want to hear that, but it is. I have an iPhone, so I'm not like biased here. Um, so yeah, I I'm like really really patiently waiting because I definitely want to get the 15, and I could right now, but I want to wait so that I won't have to sell my
Yeah.
kidney to do it.
Yeah, same here. I wanted to fix some of the bugs it has first with iOS 17 before I really go for it, right? So I know when I first watched the event, first shout out to Mother Nature. Did you see Mother Nature at the Apple event?
Shout out Mother Nature.
Yes, it was so funny. Like I was waiting for the Apple event on my TV, and guess what? I'm using the Apple TV with YouTube to watch it on my TV. So I was waiting for them to go live, right? Before I had to go to work. Like, let's talk about the iPhones. I just wanted to make sure like everything's confirmed. USB Type C. Now, it doesn't kind of make sense. I know it's a pro feature, but reality, you know, what average user will know the difference between USB 2.0 and USB 3.0,
They won't.
right?
They won't.
Yeah. So it really doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter because then I was over here 9.99 for Pro or 7.99 for just the regular 15. So I was just debating to myself, I want the Pro, but a lot of the Pro features, I don't think I'm gonna use them. So I was just going back and forth from like titanium. Man, that titanium is getting to me. Like, I just want to feel it, right? Like, but is it really worth $1,000? Then, if it basically comes to your preference and what you do every day with the phone, right? So like I know there might be some blind users who do like the lidar sensors because it offers them a lot of accessibility features under the magnifier, but in my day to day, I don't see me like taking my phone out, looking for a door or looking for people or things like that. When there are already apps out there that may do this. Now, regarding to apps, I had to shout out Be My Eyes. So everyone knows the Chat TPG, right? So Be My Eyes has something called Be My AI. Be My Eyes.
Okay.
So everyone was it's getting released to everyone, but it was still under beta for some people. Last a couple of days ago, my access came to me. So when I got it, I opened it and started using it. I took a picture and it literally uses the AI and it gets every single detail almost correct. Like I took a picture of my setup. It says there's a desktop to my left, an audio interface under the bottom, a microphone in front of you hanging on the boom arm. The thing is very detailed. So there is supposed to be like a speak point to speak feature on the pros with the new lidar and the new iOS 17. If I have Chat TPG on Be My Eyes, is there really a purpose in me having that feature as a blind user to spend $1,000 just for that? I don't think so.
So what iPhone do you have now?
An 8. I've been using an 8 for now since 2019. This
you
thing has been
The way you said
everywhere
eight,
we
you
I
said eight with the you said eight with the most like an eight. I have an eight, Dawson. I have an eight.
yes, an 8. So this thing's
Oh,
been everywhere. I dropped it, it almost blew up on me because thanks Apple for your conspiracies. It kind of confirms it. One day this guy hot out of nowhere.
oh yeah, we gonna talk about that. Or we gotta talk about that. But I'm saving. I'm framing this in the eyes of like the event just happened, even though the event happened like 3 weeks ago. But I'm framing this as in like the event just happened. So, uh, yeah.
Yes. No, this happened to me way before the event. I think before September. It was just getting hot. They're trying to kill your old phone so you can get a new phone, right? But it's just an Apple conspiracy, right?
I mean, so here's the thing. I guess we can talk about the battery thing now. So essentially what's going on is that a lot of people have noticed that when they've gotten their iPhone 15s is that it will just heat up randomly. It it's not like, oh, like I was outside in the sun and then it starts heating up. No, you just use it normally, like just scrolling through whatever Instagram or something, and then it will just get super hot to the point where it will like will just it gives you that notification like, oh, temperature is too hot, like put the phone down, blah blah, or like you can feel it like it's getting hot for like 5 minutes. It will drain the battery, which is the thing I'm concerned about. It will drain the battery like some people were saying like it drained 5% in like 5 minutes, you know, and then suddenly it'll go back to normal. So Apple released a statement saying that they did hear about the issue, that they're releasing software updates, to help mitigate the problem, blah blah. I so from what I've seen, the main thing that people are talking about that like could be improved with the 15 is the battery. So I mean with the 15 Pro Max, like it has a Pro Max battery, so it's going to last pretty long. But compared to the 13, if you remember when the 13 came out, bro, people could use that phone for 2 days, you know? The 13 Pro
Yes.
Max. Um And like ever since then, the battery has just been getting worse and worse. People's battery health has been deteriorating faster and faster. So I don't know what it is. I don't think it's just an iPhone
Mm,
15 thing. I think it's just maybe it's something with the way they're engineering the phones. Um,
yes.
but I think that like also I've had some people who have Pixels. Like my friend has a Pixel and he has like overheating issues with his phone. But that's a whole different thing, with Tensor and like Google's new chips and stuff like that. So that's the only issue I really see. The good thing is that like it does seem like a software thing. So, I feel like, you can it'll definitely be fixable. And for me, everyone's saying like, oh, like all these tech YouTubers, oh, the battery life is, decent, it's not great or whatever. I'm coming from an iPhone SE 2020. so So good battery life to me. When I get this iPhone 15, bro, it's gonna be like twice. It's gonna last twice as long as this phone. So for me, battery's not gonna be a problem. Um,
Yeah.
so that's. But yeah, overall, I mean, not really. I'm not even gonna talk about again because the Apple Watch, I don't really like. I know that. What was like the one big feature, man? It was that you can they have I forget what the chip is called, but there's a specific chip in there where if you lose your watch or your phone, you can use your watch to find your phone, or you can use your phone to find your watch, like vice versa. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and like with really precise location, which is dope. That's sick. Instead of having to like beep,
yeah. Yes.
do the ring your phone or ring your watch, you can just um like just track it down with the chip, so that's cool. Um,
Now, one more thing about the Apple Watch. So they were talking about the new Magic Tap feature.
yes, that was already on the Apple
So
Watch before, right? As an
so
accessibility feature.
I I think so. So like, how did they describe? I didn't know how what the physical they describe it. So like, they take two fingers and tap the screen, right?
So you know how like the Apple Vision Pro where they're like, oh, you click everything by like tapping your thumb and your index finger together. That's how you click on like the new VR headset thing that's gonna come out soon. So it's essentially the exact same motion that you do, where like you're on your watch is open, and whatever the main action
Mm-hmm.
is that's like on your watch, you just tap your index finger and your thumb together, and it will select whatever that is. Um,
Yeah. So the reason why I bring that up is because with voiceover users on the iPhone, we call a double tap the magic tap, right? So let's say when we take our one finger, our two fingers, right, and you double tap the screen on it with two fingers.
yeah.
So I was very interested, like how. So I don't know how they hope they don't change the gesture.
No, I think the main thing is for apparently it's a thing where like if your hands are full, if you don't have any free hands, like you can just use it to like, or if you're like, let's say you put your watch on your left hand and you're holding something in your right hand, then instead of like some people said that they like tap it with their nose because their hand is like full or like their hand is preoccupied. So instead of doing that, you just do the finger tap thing and you can select stuff instead, which is interesting. I mean, apparently it works really well. So that's always good to hear. But again, like I'm personally waiting for the Apple Watch to be redesigned because I'm so sick of this current design. Like I want them to have a certain, and people, I've said this before, and like people like is said like, oh, like it doesn't make any sense to do, they wouldn't do a circular design watch. It doesn't make any sense, bro. That's Apple. They can figure it out, right? Like I want a circular watch. So I just feel like it would feel nicer, it would look nicer, it'd just be a nicer design. Um
Yes, to
so
look like a regular watch.
exactly. Exactly. Um
I would think that no Apple they also gonna be different.
of course, Apple. We listen, Apple guys. If you're listening, Tim Cook, hey, Tim Cook, good job. All right, all right. You want to send me a free iPhone 15? I'm I'm all I'm all the way open, man. Just my arms are wide open. Um, so that's Apple. Brandon, do you have anything
Mm-hmm.
else about Apple?
No, not really. They're pretty good. It just like I said, increment changes, pretty some bugs and stuff with the new software, but they'll figure it out. They're Apple. They'll figure something out.
Yeah, and if they don't figure it out, they'll just blame us for it. So that's
Like, so, huh, yeah, like I don't know what you guys talking about. Think like, oh, my phone works
yeah,
perfectly.
my phone
It's
works
not
fine. You're
overheating.
you're holding it wrong, dude. Like or oh like
Oh, hold
yeah.
on. We do have to speak about how they changed the design to make it cheaper to fix.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I reserve these nowadays. I reserve these for special moments, but I have to give it up. I have to give it up for them because that was a plus. Oh, and the whole sustainability thing in general, which I thought was like good that they're at least like pretending that they care about the environment. Instead of like what they, because before we talked about this, bro. When they removed the charging brick from the box, and they were like, "Oh, it's for the environment." When it's like, no, it wasn't. It was just to save costs. It was to cut costs. Like, um, but this like making it easier to repair, and making the Apple Watch out of 100% recycled material or like reused material. That's really dope. Or recyclable material, I think it said. Um, so I mean, yeah, like the fact that they're willing to do this shows that like there could potentially between this and like the EU floating around like the making removable batteries mandatory. We could be seeing maybe a iPhone that's
Oh,
pretty repairable
the first iPhone,
with that removable
the
battery.
first
Yeah,
iPhone. Mm-hmm.
it might be coming,
Do
guys.
you remember? Yes. So remember the good old days to remove batteries like on Samsung's,
I
HTC,
remember that
and all the
S5
Android
that you
devices.
had, man. The Band-Aid, bro. That was
Yes.
fun. That was those were good times, man. The Band-Aid, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun. Um
Yes.
so speaking of Band-Aids, um yeah, Microsoft is gonna need to cover up their boo-boo. I'm not gonna talk about Microsoft too long because they're Microsoft, bro. I'm gonna just tell y'all this: Microsoft is a disaster class in how you handle consumer electronics, bro. I'll just say that. Um, they release products that have no soul. They don't. They make it known that they don't care about consumers at all. They just care about enterprise, which is fine. Everyone has their niche. That's cool. Um, but like the Surface line is just so dead. Like there was a Surface event before, and like man, I remember when back in the day when there was a Surface event, like that was big news in the tech world, bro. Like everybody was like, "Oh, what's the new Surface gonna look like? Oh, you know, what are they gonna?" Now, bro, they didn't even bother to live stream it. The guy Panay, however you say his name, Panos. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Sorry. Um, he left the company, so he's not in charge of Surface anymore. Um, and the stuff that they released was mid. All they talked about was AI, and it's like, okay, cool, but I like the way Apple's approaching it, where it's like, I'm sure they're working on AI stuff, you know, um,
Yeah.
but like they don't even call it AI. They just incorporate in their stuff and they call it machine learning or whatever, or use like different terms for it. And they like try to do it
Yeah.
in a subtle way instead of like smacking it in our faces every 5 seconds. Like we get it, Bing, and it has Chat GPT 4, and Bing is so great, cool. I use Bing. How often do you use Bing Chat, Brandon?
Never.
Exactly. Exactly.
Never, bro. So I don't
Exactly.
like it was. It's like when everyone heard about ChatGPT and it was very exciting, and then, Microsoft wanted to incorporate it into their web browsers and everything. On a scale of 1 to 10, as a blind user, if I'm teaching other clients, am I really going to sit here and explain to them that your web browser now has AI potential where you can look for things and like I know it could help them, but is it really worth me just going to say, "Yo, Microsoft released a lit feature for your browser"? So like, if you want to cheat and say, write me a resume, you can do that. No, I'm not doing that.
Well,
It's just
so
overhyped.
I don't get how people use AI to like cheat or like use Chat GPT to like cheat. Like I don't really get it. Like I understand like me, I use it more for like logic and reasoning because I feel like it's a it's a robot or not a robot, but like like it's a computer program, so it doesn't have emotions to it. So like it's not gonna like it's definitely like basically what I'm saying is like there's no bias, right? So it can cut through a lot of the BS y'all be talking. So
Yes.
you know, um, and that's cool. But like, I just feel like they've just lost their way when it comes to like what consumers care about. I mean, it's Microsoft. Have they ever really been in touch? Not really. Like they were laughing at the iPhone about how terrible it was, and then like came out with their own smartphone like immediately afterwards.
That was more terrible.
Yeah. So I mean, this they have a record of like just being out of touch. That's okay. Um. So yeah, I just wanted to shout out like that they had a service. Did you even know that they had a service event?
No, but I know. Then I heard about a new set of products that kept popping up. Like, oh, so they released this. Like, PC is not really in, like you said, not in main news. Like, I'm just browsing on YouTube. Like, oh, a new Surface product. I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Exactly.
that's it. Microsoft might send me like some quick like policy updates or things they have done. Like, oh no, that's fine. I don't care. Close, dismiss.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, they. I'm not like I'm just not hating on Microsoft. I'm just acknowledging the fact that they just do not care about consumers, which rubs me the wrong way because like I mean, especially with how they're treating Windows now and like just putting ads. Dude, Windows is full of ads now, man. It's like really gross for real, actually.
Oh
Um,
wow, I know what you mean.
yeah, like it's just everywhere in in the start menu. They put like all the stuff there, and then on like what you call it, um, not Bing. Well, yes, Bing, but like on Edge, like they just spam you with a bunch of stuff, and then like they put like it's just yeah. So I don't know Microsoft. I don't know what y'all are doing. Like again, I have the smoke. None of these tech companies are safe, right? Like I will roast Apple when they're doing bad, but I'm gonna be honest with you, like as of like when they dropped the M1, like when they dropped the M1 Max, really, bro, I'm gonna tell you this. It really was when Johnny Ive left. That's when Apple like
Yes,
started
good
like
old
not
Johnny Ive.
being that's when Apple started to not suck anymore. Um which I
I
mean,
wonder how he's doing.
I wonder what I think they said that he's like at some design consulting firm thing or whatever, which I mean, good for him, bro. Good for him.
He makes
He's
some more
a
bad designs.
I know, yeah, he's a millionaire, so like he can just laugh all the way to the bank with his terrible, awful designs, and um, um so yeah. And then the last thing, you want to take this one away, Brandon? There's only one company left we have yet to talk about. Um,
Google.
yeah.
So Google also had their Google I/O event, and they were talking about a lot of new things. So they released three products, right? We have the Google Pixel 8, 8 Pro, and the Pixel Watch 2. Now, after the Apple event, my mother was looking at Facebook and they saw advertisements for the Google Pixel 8. They realized, wow, did Google really keep all their leaks away this year? Because normally when there's a Pixel, oh, there's leaking. All right, there'll be leaks everywhere. I didn't hear that many, rumors or leaks about it.
No, there were
Did you?
leaks. There were leaks, man. Bro, they leaked. Okay, did you hear about the feature where if you take a group photo, it changes the faces of the people in the photo to make them like to so you can get the best version of the shot? Did you
Yes.
hear? You heard about that? That was leaked.
I think I
Um,
heard it once, but I
yeah.
wasn't paying attention to a lot of the stuff. But I would know sarcastically, of course there will be leaks because I don't even know how everyone is. I guess Google should make something called Google Liquid because they be leaking.
Oh no! Dang it. I wish I had the boo sound effect again. Oh.
But it just but no,
You're
not
right.
that
You're
not
right
kidding,
though.
but
You're 100. You're definitely right. Like I mean, They cannot, like, they
But
just don't know how to keep any kind of secrets, bro. I don't know what's wrong with them.
no. But regarding to their phones, pretty again, increment changes just like Apple, but they do have a new Tensor chip. I believe it's the Tensor 3, correct?
Yep. Tensor 3.
And some well, good for the Pixel 8 for being $799. You get what? You get some good camera, of course. Remember, when it comes to Google, it's not much as hardware; it's more software.
Yep.
So, anything they do is built by the so like, they have more camera software increase, improvements. And of course, the tensor chip should be improved. Oh, also the robocall feature has been enhanced. Now they say it should sound more realistic when you're voice IDing someone, right?
It sounds like a guy. Like, it's actually kind of scary. Like, it literally sounds like a dude. Like, I saw the
Yes.
demo. I saw, like, somebody test it out in the demo or whatever, and, like, I was listening to it. I was like, wait, is that just some guy on the phone? Why? I don't get it.
Yeah,
Like,
it sounds so realistic.
it literally sounds like
So
some dude. It's so creepy. Yeah.
now the next thing is with those kind of text to speech synthesizers who knows those could actually be used for the blind as voices for talkback
One thousand
on
percent.
Android devices.
One thousand
Yes,
percent.
it'll be cool.
I feel
Yes,
like
because some of these boys. Oh, go ahead.
no. I'm saying, like, pretty much all this. Like, when I see the main thing, I will say this, bro. It's a really good time for technology in one specific area, and that is accessibility. I feel like
Yeah.
with AI, man, and, like, all these, like, advanced, features, like smart features, like assistants are becoming so smart now. I think it's gonna come together in a few years where it's like, um, like, oh, well, not even just in a few years, man. Because what I was gonna
Yes.
say is these assistants were gonna get super smart in a few years, but Google, along with their Pixel phones, released a software feature or announced a software feature called Assistant with Bard, which is essentially Google Assistant combined with Google's AI program called Bard, right? So essentially, what it does is it takes the Google Assistant features and UI and stuff, and it combines it with Bard so that when you ask it to do stuff for you, then it gives you, like, advanced. It gives you answers synthesized by the AI. So you can ask it to look up stuff in your Gmail, like, when did I post what photo did I take on this date, or describe the photo. Like, can you show me this photo I took on whatever, and it's like, okay, can you send me this email that's on I took it this time, and we're like, like, it does. Now we're getting to the point where I was interested in when I heard about all this AI stuff, which is when we start combining them with our phone assistants, bro. It's gonna be GG's. It's gonna be game over. That's when AI is really gonna start to look like it's serving its purpose for people, which is helping them with make everyday tasks a lot easier.
Yes. Because currently with Google Assistant, I know they don't read out emails aloud to my clients. So with this feature, I always tell my clients, if you're going to stay on Android, you just get a Pixel. Get a Pixel. It's worth it because you get some long updates, right? So what the eight they say it will be like 7 years of software updates. 7 years?
7 is insane. 7 is crazy.
Yes. What Apple used to be, what, 5 to 6, right?
Apple's 5 to 6. Yeah, they don't have. So Apple doesn't officially say, like, we will support your phone for 5 to 6 years, but, like, Apple, yeah, it is around 5 to 6 years. They will support their phones typically.
Yes. So right now, the iPhone 8 right now I'm currently on, it has now stopped at iOS 16. So I had this phone for such a long time. About 5 years now. Yeah, about 5, 6 years, I think.
Hmm.
But yeah, but like I said, that assistance and AI, it will basically help a lot of us. Like, can you find this picture that I'm describing so like they can like send it
Mm-hmm.
to like family members?
Mm-hmm.
So same thing like the Be My AI is almost that kind of technology, but like if I take a picture of something, right, it will take the AI and really describe it. Like I was using this feature, like I walked around the house, right, I take a picture of the shelf, like where like food might be. It says on the top left is some saltine crackers. On the bottom right, it's a cup of sriracha ramen noodles. Like, yo,
Yeah. No, it's pretty insane. It's pretty sick. Um, so like I definitely like Google was like the first to like really well, okay, I won't say the first because Microsoft they did announce that they were putting like AI stuff in like Microsoft Word and like all that kind of stuff. But this is different because um this is like OS software. Like this is actually gonna be like
yes.
anybody can go on their phones and use this for like anything that they um like this will help them out with like pretty much anything. Not necessarily now, but definitely in the future. It's definitely going to be used for like a lot of stuff. Like I can already tell, man. Um, People won't catch on really until like, well, I mean, people don't catch on to stuff until Apple does it. Let's be real. but but people won't catch on until it like becomes a mainstream feature. But like this is gonna be the thing that like changes a lot of the way like how people use their phones because if you like notice like people want to use their assistants like everybody want like I don't know anybody I don't know a single person who doesn't want Siri to be good, you know like
Hmm.
like how nice would it be for Siri to like actually like be helpful, like instead of oh, let me give me results on the web for turn off my alarm, like like it
Yeah,
actually
I don't know what's going on.
yeah, it actually knows I'm telling you to turn off my freaking alarm.
Yeah,
At least AI
like
will
I
help
was
with
telling
that.
them, like, yeah, I don't know having a Siri. It just got worse.
Siri's gotten so much worse. So much worse.
Yeah.
Um dude, and it's not even like the thing that doesn't even make sense is Apple. Y'all don't even have like a search engine or like you guys don't like you don't have any like you know what I'm saying? Like Microsoft has Bing. Um I guess actually that actually makes more sense cuz maybe that's why. Like maybe because they don't have a search engine. Well, what about Alexa? Alexa works pretty well. And Amazon doesn't have a
Yes.
search engine. So like
No.
I don't get it. And it's like the excuse I've heard is that like Siri tries to process things locally. It's like, bro, how many times has Siri told me looking results up on the web or I can't turn off your thing because I'm not connected to Wi-Fi or I'm not connected to the internet, so I just can't function right now. Like how many times? So again, I'm just waiting for Apple's going. They're 100 billion trillion percent. You can bet your house on it that they are going to release an AI assistant at some point. But I'm just curious, like, what that looks like, and I feel like because of what Google and Microsoft are doing, like they're gonna force them to like play their hand, and, like actually come up with something. So shout out to Google, man.
Yes. You're like my mom. She definitely getting a Pixel 8.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. You know what she should do?
Yes.
She should get it from there's a cool website called Back Market, bro. Where they
I heard someone has some bad.
where 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 they sell you
Yeah,
totally legit phones. You know?
I don't know about that, man. I
Yeah.
heard like someone I know really, really closely, bro. He bought an iPhone, and then it just had to wait. I think he also had about a Surface for his dad or something, and It was working fine, and it started acting whack. I don't know. Back market? Do you mean the black
Hmm.
market?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know who
I
you're talking about. First off, he sounds like a handsome young man. And also, uh, yeah, I mean, it's it happens sometimes. Sometimes you buy a phone and like the microphone just doesn't work on it, The main function of the phone doesn't work sometimes, That just
yeah,
that
like it's
literally literally the main thing you're supposed to use a phone for just doesn't work on your phone. Sometimes it happens. Um, yeah, bro.
I don't know. This individual in real life. You gotta tell him straight. G. Get your phones from a certified vendor.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I'm getting mine off of Craigslist next. iPhone 15 Craigslist style. Um, you know, just so I can really know like my phone has been handled with tender love and care. You get off of Craigslist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Putting up a
Uh,
stripper's booty.
not a strippers. Anywhere but there, bro. Anywhere else. Oh no. Oh man. You heard that, Google? That's your next. That's your no Apple, bro. No, no Apple, dude. That's what y'all need to do. Everyone's talking about the iPhones are the same, bro. Just, just, just the new iPhone next year. Just be like, yo, yeah, this we we
What I
made
have
our
a feeling
phones with
for
the
next year's
highest
iPhone.
grade. Oh, you said what? What feeling do you have?
I have a feeling next year, right?
Yeah.
So we can see. We already know what they're doing now. They take the Pro and stuff it into the base model, right? But without the Pro feature. So basically, you can say these are the higher end SEs, not the lower range, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I see now is we don't have. They're not. I promise. I want at least see 90 hertz next year, right? At least a 90 hertz refresh rate. I don't care. I know some people might not be able to tell the difference, but if it's just a little smoother in the refresh rate, it'll be nice. Not 60. If you look at Android, there are legitimately $200 to $500 phones that either have 90, 120, one over, even some even have like what 140, 144, 145, 160. It's just crazy. So I expect the base model will have at least a 90 hertz refresh rate. Hopefully, if it doesn't, I'm going to California.
And he's whooping some butt. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
That was beautiful,
Yo,
man.
speaking of
That was beautiful.
speaking of that,
That was beautiful, man.
gaming is also becoming more accessible. It's so random, bro. If you literally see, like, if you download Mortal Kombat 1 onto your computer or any of the consoles, the first thing that will pop up is a talking option.
A talking option.
Yeah,
Like,
like the text to speech to help you navigate through the script menu.
oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
That is
so
sick. Yeah.
when I heard, hopefully I can get onto my PC because it'll be nice to play some more Kombat again.
Yeah. The Mortal Kombat 1 came out like I want to say 2 weeks ago or something like that. I think around 2 weeks ago.
Yes,
Um,
so
and like
there's beta testers and everything.
yeah, I've seen people like play it. I don't have it obviously, but like I've seen people play it, and
Mm-hmm.
it is pretty not like it does this thing that I think is really cool where like when you fight somebody, it has like the smoothest transition from like the character select screen to the actual fight. Like it's just they literally so what happens is you choose your two characters, right? Um
Mm-hmm.
and then they're like facing off against each other, right? Like they're face to face. It's just their heads. And then you select them. They obviously have character specific dialogue. Blah blah. That's normal, right? But then
Yeah.
once you start the fight, they literally like push each they like either push each other or kick each other like while they're on the screen, and then they roll back, and then like that's the start of the fight. Like it just goes straight into the fight.
Yo,
It's so sick. It's
yo,
so sick, bro. Um,
oh, you know what else is cool? So if you're, a blind user or a blind gamer, right?
yeah.
The fatalities actually have audio descriptions.
Oh, that's it, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. We gotta. Come on, man. Come on, man. I said I wasn't gonna use it. I said I wasn't gonna use it too much, but there are too many W's going around, man. I have to. I have to.
Yes.
Um, no, that's sick. That is awesome. Like I haven't. What you call it? I don't know. I'm not a gamer, right? So like, I mean, some of this stuff like might have already been on a Mortal Kombat 11. Like the um like the multiple fatality thing. Um, like characters have like different fatalities now. I don't know if that's always been a thing or what, but um,
It's always been the same.
like different kinds of. I know they have different finishes, but like fatality specifically, I didn't know they have different ones. But that's cool. Um, but yeah, overall, bro, like the characters seem cool. I don't think like I don't know if like I know Omni Man and like um Peacemaker and what was the other dude called? Uh, the other guy, Lord, oh my goodness, from the boys. You know what I'm talking about?
What are you talking about?
You know the boy. You know the boys. Do you know that show? The superhero show.
Say that again.
The boys. The superhero show. The boys.
I might. I, I don't know.
That's fine. It's basically like a show about like um this guy, but he's like Superman, but he's like evil or something like that, or that's not what it's about per se, but he's like basically one of the main characters or the main characters that people talk about. What's his name?
So
Homelander. Jesus
you
Christ, Homelander. He's in the game. Um, so thank you. Jeez, that's cool. Um,
yes. Yeah, they do a lot of things. I remember they had, I think, in Mortal Kombat X, 10. I think they had. I forget those special characters. Oh, I remember they had Kratos in one of them.
mm.
I forget who. I know they have Freddy too. Freddy Krueger.
I don't know if they have them.
There
Like
was some.
I don't know if all these characters are in the current game. I have no idea. I haven't really looked at it closely, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely like ready. The one game, like I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I'm so broke, but like the one game, like I'm gonna have to get when it comes out is not Xenoverse, bro. Tenkaichi, bro. Tenkaichi 4, man.
Uh,
Tenkaichi freaking 4. Well,
ooh.
like I first off, I didn't think they would ever make a Tenkaichi game again. I didn't think it
Me
would happen.
either. Me either.
So, um, that's gonna be so fun. But again, I like Dragon Ball a lot, so I'm pretty biased. So don't worry about that.
Yeah, same
So
here.
yeah. Um, but I think that's everything. I think we talked about Google, Apple, Microsoft,
Apple
doing their foolishness,
accessibility,
accessibility
everything.
stuff, AI. Um, yeah, man, tech is gonna be interesting, man, especially on the software front, because of all this AI business. But we're gonna see.
Yes.
We're gonna definitely
Yes.
see. Um, but yeah, I don't really uh have an outro. I don't really have an. I don't want to. I mean,
Mm,
I could say the old outro, but like I don't know. We're still. At least I'm still workshopping that. So instead of that,
yeah.
um, I'll just say, it's been your boy Brandon. You want to say anything before we head out?
Grand V-Vox Battle 2023.
Oh, you guys better watch out for this man. He's coming, bro. He 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 he's coming, bro. Y'all, you see, look. Anyway, I'm just gonna give y'all a warning once, and then that's it. And then he's gonna be um, you might have my boy Brandon. I'm doing some things real soon, so y'all better watch out, bro. Beatboxing, y'all better be ready for this man. Y'all better be
Yes,
ready.
I've been practicing crazy, learning new sounds.
Oh yeah, we got but you know we'll say we'll we got a little something for y'all, bro. Don't worry about that, man. We we're cooking up something spicy. Um, so yeah, shout out to beatboxing. Shout out to New Tech. Shout out to y'all listening. Um, and yeah, this has been your boy,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the Easy Beasy podcast. We out.